Hi guys, good afternoon. It's Wednesday. I hope your week is going really well so far. We're getting through it. We're not quite to the halfway point, but we're getting there. I hope your day has been going really well so far and has been productive and you've been able to do the things that have been on your list. I wanted to talk today about finding creative ways to make life more calming and peaceful. I know I already did a video that I labeled entitled Peace, but this one I want to be a little more straightforward with different ways that I think we can incorporate peace into our lives. But the main point that I want to hit on is that no matter what we do in life to try and create a more peaceful atmosphere, our lives will never be as peaceful using means of like everything else that the world provides. Like, our lives will never be as peaceful through worldly options as it could be through spending time with Jesus. I know for myself personally, I have a hard time with staying humble, honestly, before Jesus. I so often want to be the one to take care of my own life and be able to handle everything that I need to without his help. And he's really been working with me in that area because there's been so many parts of life that I am now not in control of, and I really care about peace and I love to feel like things are under control. So he's taken me to a place where I can't have peace unless I'm with him because I'm not in control of anything else going on around me. And I can implement things into my life that make it more peaceful and things that I can do that make it not quite as busy, but it's never the same type of peace that I get when I spend time with Jesus. When you spend time with Jesus and seek peace, your soul is at peace. Your entire being just rests in this idea that you don't have to be good enough to handle your own life. I don't know if any of you guys have ever taken the Enneagram. I am a type 3. I'm an achiever. I like to get things done and I like to have a checklist and constantly be moving forward and making things better and improving things. The problem with that is that it is really hard to walk away from a day or a situation and not achieve what I wanted to. It can make it hard to have peace when I feel like I'm always falling behind on all the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And it can be really hard to sit before Jesus and say that I failed and that I can't find peace on my own, because that's what I want to be able to do, is be able to just handle every part of my life and then be like, okay, like I got it all under control, like I live in peace, like I apply all these different tips to my life and now, okay, my life is perfect. But that isn't true. That's if it worked like that, and if we could handle our own peace and create our own peace in our lives, then we wouldn't understand how much peace Jesus provides and also how much we need him. I feel like that's the point of the majority of these videos, is the idea that at the end of the day, God is always going to be the source of anything that we need. And when we go through hard things, most of the time, it's just because we're trying to do something by ourselves and he's trying to show us, if I let you just handle that on your own, that's not me loving you, because I'm not bringing you closer to myself. And so it's God just so often trying to show us that he is the person we're supposed to be drawing our strength from and not ourselves, which is really hard being a type 3, because I like to do everything for myself and have everything handled and then be able to say, oh, I accomplished this and I did this and nobody else helped me get there, which that's not always the most healthy way to handle things. So Jesus has really been impacting my life in that area and showing me that I am not capable, but in the best way. Because through Christ we can do anything that he calls us to. But we are not capable of creating our own true peace that we're meant to have outside of him. And I'm so thankful for that. Sometimes I'm not always thankful for that because I'm like, oh, I wish I could create my own peace. But I'm so thankful at the end of the day that I can't create my own peace, because then that would mean that I would be tempted to live life apart from Jesus. And that's not how it should be. So I've heard a lot of different tips on ways that you can make life in general more quiet and peaceful and enjoyable. And those are good, but I feel like I wouldn't be helping you guys unless I really pinpoint what is the most effective way to truly be at peace. And that is spend time with Jesus. And another thing that I found too that I have been working on a lot recently is I have a really hard time being honest with Jesus, because so often we go through life and we feel like we have to kind of present this certain version of ourselves to the world and the people around us. And so then we always kind of have this like, oh, well, if I go to Jesus, like, I can't be totally honest with him because you're so used to not being completely honest with everyone else. So it can be really hard to actually kind of pull back those, like, the person that we are trying to display to everyone else, to pull that back and to really just come before Jesus in all of our weakness and to be like, oh, this is what I don't have together in my life. This is where I need help. And I personally have found the most peace just going into a room and closing the door and just, leaving your phone in the other room and just choosing a place that you won't be interrupted and just telling Jesus everything. Because sometimes that's one of the biggest things that keeps us from having peace, is that we feel like we can't vent and we feel like we can't tell all of our problems to even Jesus. We can feel like, oh, like, what if, I don't know, do I really want to talk to him about this? He wants to hear this stuff. And he wants us to be sharing with him because he wants to help us grow. And so I want to encourage you today to, if you're just finding a lot of unrest and that your life feels really chaotic, try and find a time today. I would challenge you to try and do it today. I'm going to try to today. And just go before Jesus and just tell him everything. Or just slowly work on telling him things that maybe you're not telling other people. So that way, like, you can slowly learn to be comfortable with telling him things and just feeling like he's a safe place. Because if we don't have a safe place, then we begin to keep everything inside of us, and then that can start to cause a lot of negative things. So I also wanted to check up on if we have done a day so far this week of spending time reading the Bible. Because I know I mentioned, I think it was on Monday, just trying to find a day of the week to read some of the Bible. It doesn't have to be every day, just picking one day. I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. Hopefully in tomorrow's video I can be like, oh, I did it! Yay! Like, that's great. So if y'all want to follow along and try and do that as well. So that is my challenge. My 2 challenges for you today is, number 1, to try and spend some time with Jesus and honestly just telling him how you're doing and just learning how to have a very genuine relationship with him. Not just like praying the prayers that you think you need to say, or just being honest and real with him. And then the second thing is to pick a day, and maybe that's later today, to pick one day between this video and like Sunday night to just read your Bible for like 10-15 minutes. Take baby steps. Take it really slow. That's okay. I hope you guys have a good day, and the only place to truly find peace is spending time with Jesus and being real with him. Because if he already knows everything, we should not try and hold things back from him, because that isn't going to do us any good. I hope that was encouraging, and I love you guys. Feel free to comment anytime you want to. Comments are really helpful, so I can kind of know if you guys are enjoying the videos, or if you want more, or something you might want me to talk about. Otherwise, I will be praying for you guys, and I hope you have a good day and are able to find some peace with Jesus today. So thank you for watching, and hopefully there will be a video tomorrow as well. So love you guys. Bye!